There won't be any fans cheering, bands playing, or highlight plays being made for the Green Wave for the next couple of weeks, but that won't stop them from competing. Students came in ready for a haircut to start off the school year, coming in without a fresh look, but leaving with one like this. Families circled through the market and made their way over to this stack ahead to take pictures with this bony guy. High five. Come on now. It's beginning to feel a lot like Christmas, and you heard me right, I did say feel because it is chilly out here. Hughes says that a heater like this should only be plugged directly into a wall instead of an extension cord or power surge. That way people are safer while they're getting warm. I spoke with residents around this neighborhood a little bit earlier, and they say they want to see things change before they get worse. The pandemic slowed down almost everything and even put some things to a halt, but Blood Service Supervisor Willie Reynolds says it didn't stop people from giving. An area church is spearheading an effort to collect coats and blankets for families impacted by the devastating tornado in Mayfield, Kentucky. On October 4th, they will have a Board of Supervisors meeting to discuss how they will spend the $11.4 million that the county received through the ARPA. Tennessee officials have confirmed that a fifth person in the state has died from storms that spurred devastating tornadoes across the region last weekend. Officer Johnny Patterson was the assistant chief in Verona, and while his death left a void, his legacy is expected to live on.
A friend, a pal, a buddy.
Good boy, you want your ball?
Meet Buddy, a 2-year-old lab mix. On April 22nd in Tate County, Buddy's whole world turned upside down when a devastating incident left the canine severely burned. That's when Tunica Humane Society came in to help.
I actually saw pictures of Buddy and realized the extent of his injuries. And then I was so thankful that they did reach out to us and we could play a part in his recovery and his healing.
Executive Director Sandy Williams was the first call to care for Buddy, but his case was more severe than they thought. 4 days later, on April 26, Williams called down to Mississippi State's vet school for their assistance, and in no time, Buddy began treatment in Starkville.
It was really intense at the beginning. When he got here, of course, the burn had only been a few days old. He had had great emergency care, but we really had to start focusing on treating the burn and preventing infection.
Elizabeth Swanson took the lead in helping Buddy get back to a normal life. Buddy spent a lot of his time in intensive care and rehab. He also had to undergo anesthesia every day and was hooked up to 3 IVs. The medication became key to treating Buddy's condition. Swanson has worked several burn cases, but this one took a toll on her.
We see burns from house fires, or they bite an electrical cord, or they get into something that they shouldn't. This is the first case I've seen that's been an abuse case. It takes an emotional toll to know that somebody could do that, somebody who needs prayers and a lot of help, I think.
After weeks of procedures, Buddy got back in the swing of taking long walks and playing in or around the animal hospital. But after so long, Swanson wanted him to get off the campus and out of the kennel just to see how it felt to be in a home again.
So once we got him into a home, we could work on additional points of training, things like you can't have people food, how to behave, how to walk in the neighborhood, which he did really well.
Medical bills are costly, so the two entities set up fundraisers to help pay the bills.
People from all over the country have followed this dog's story, his courage, his will to live. We sold over 10,000 of our t-shirts, our Buddy Strong t-shirts.
Buddy's story has touched the hearts and homes of many, making several people begin trying to adopt him. But finding that forever home is a challenge. Swanson and Williams are searching for a home in the South or Midwest, so he'll be close enough for checkups. 8 months after the incident, Buddy has nearly reached a full recovery. When he does find that forever home, his caretakers believe it will be a win for everyone.
Through all of that, he has been nothing but a happy, loving dog. He came in here with his face wrapped in bandages, painful, giving kisses and wagging his tail. And that's how he's been the entire time. We just want to see him happy, and we want to see him thrive, and I know he will. We'll find the right place for him.
Good job, buddy. Good boy.
The weather is about to cool down, and some people won't want to leave their home for anything. Bulldog Package Store is hoping this is their shot to test the delivery process and make life easier for customers.
I'm working in the studio. I don't have time to leave home. Right at this second, I can just give my guy a call. Be there in 10 minutes, super fast, friendly.
Store owner Ashley Ray says delivering alcohol not only helps the community with increased revenue, but it's an effort to keep the streets safe.
We really strive to be leaders in our field, and so we are very excited. I think that this is going to be great for the city of Starkville as well as the state of Mississippi, just to produce more revenue and keep streets safe.
Ray feels that her store was established enough to be the first to start the service in Mississippi.
We are very gracious for the fact that we've been in business for 42 years, so we're kind of a stable and a tradition for most people who live here. We have established a name for ourselves to where if there's something you're looking for, whether it's something that is something people drink every day, you can come here to find those allocated items.
It's not a one-man job though. The store partnered with an agency known as Booze Cruise that started once the law allowing liquor delivery passed. The first delivery was last week while things were slower around the town, but they expect a definite increase in volume with the Bulldogs taking on LSU at home.
We hope to get a few more orders than we did last weekend. We're happy with the order volume we did get. And I mean, it's just like any new thing. It's just going to take a little time for word of mouth and people to get comfortable using it since the whole concept is so new to the state of Mississippi.
Jordan Stone is the franchise owner of Booze Cruise in Starkville. He says once you download the app, the rest is pretty easy.
The customer order their whatever they want through the Booze Cruise app. The store will get the order, and then one of our drivers will go pick up the order and deliver it to that person's home.
Booze Cruise will charge a delivery fee that will serve as a tip to the driver, but for the first couple of weeks it will be free to gain more business for the drivers. But they won't be the only ones delivering drinks for much longer.
When we start working with smugglers, which will be happening in about 2 weeks, we have people here that work for us that will be delivering straight to your door from our store.